Okay, so we should have some good news here in a minute. You see, this block was set in here. I don't know what they used it for previously. But then under here is being blocked by bolts. It can go back further. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift this out and see what we got under here. Okay. So, have to be careful. The light's still attached here. Not sure if it works, but it's attached. Doesn't look like, oh yeah, it even works. Go figure, no shit. All right, so I don't want to fuck that up. But look, we got these two brackets in here with the piece that's actually blocking it from opening more. So let's get rid of those. All right, the bolts are out. This blocking plate is out. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, okay, good. Another 10 centimeters or so here anyway. All right. All right, she's nice and clean now. And the door opens fully, which is great. We're well on our way. Okay, so we had to make a bit of a redesign. I'll show you why. Basically, this is only 110, so only to here. So you can see from here to here is only 28 centimeters to pass through between the bathroom and the open door, and that's just not feasible. And just, yeah, not very clean. Also, this was a bit linear, meaning, you know, there's like a random kind of open space here. It seemed not completely thought out enough. But the bigger issue was exactly that. I cannot pass in through this very narrow space, so we need to move the bathroom. I've also updated the dimensions to something more true, based off of the actual van now that it's in my possession. So we were close, but basically this is the new design. So we moved from here to here. The colors and the pillows and other little details are missing from the new design, but this is a true to scale model of the actual van. This is an actual true to scale lift system that I've purchased and ordered. And we've made some creative solutions. So what we have here is the bathroom is here. So we can actually, let me go and look at the tags. I can take the bathroom and open the door that way. And we can pass through right there. So no problems there. Nice, easy to open bathroom door. The door is fairly wide. Actually, it's pretty narrow, 55, so it's a bit of a squeeze, but once you're in there, you have a fair amount of space. You got 80 this way, which is a door frame size, and 80 this way. So it's an 80 square, just with this little notch out there, and tuck the bathroom back in there, the toilet. So all closed up. The other issue to solve here is how do you get to the cab? How do you get to the cockpit if you're inside the van without going outside? There's nowhere to pass through here now, which is a problem. Well, it's a problem. We really want to be able to get in and out there. So a few creative solutions. One that we don't like as much is to basically make this back area here be able to slide down, and then we basically crawl through the bathroom. But you can see a few issues with that. One is that you have to go into the bathroom. That's strange. In order to get into the cockpit. And two is you have to do a fair amount of climbing, and you'll have to flatten out the driver's seat even to get there. So I don't like that solution. The one we came up with that we think we like is to take this and put it on runners and allow it to slide all the way to the bed. And then when we do that, we have a bit of clearance space to tuck our way in here and slide this on back. So basically, excuse me. Basically, yes, we can slide this. Let's get that constrained correctly. Boom, we can slide, and there's space to go in and out of the cab, and boom, slide it back. And this is quite nice, because what we'll have here is a fully insulated closing wall that will basically interlock. This one will overlap with the back end of this so that they basically just about hermetically seal. And I'm not sure if this will be on electrics or just wheels. I'm leaning towards wheels so we can just slide it ourselves. We'll just have to get creative or self-containing with either plumbing or gas. So one idea that makes this all very easy is just to put a propane tank down here, make these burners, and move the sink over here. And then there's really no wires or anything that needs to be here, so we can just freely slide and let the gas be powered through, the cooking be powered through gas. Again, this is now the actual product I bought, redesigned into CAD here. And I'll show you what it looks like with the bed down. So let's go, what did I put this as? Table down. Boom, like that. So when it's all compacted, we'll be looking like this, just a normal little bed there. Or again, we can go back to a full table. There's one issue here, which is that we cannot basically remove the table completely, including the leg, because the leg is now permanent. So that's a significant issue, perhaps, in terms of putting a motorbike in here. We won't really be able to do that anymore. I'm wondering whether or not we could maybe sneak one in here and travel that way. I'd have to grab a motorcycle and look, but there's a small chance it'll fit in here. Otherwise, we're pretty much crap out of luck when it comes to bringing a motorbike with us. We could maybe put some bicycles or something, or some sort of folding thing, but pretty limited there. Some other cool design elements. We now have two either slide out, so that we could be in the back of the truck and work out of here, meaning we can get our storage and put whatever we want in this space. Or more easily, we basically just let this flop up. So I don't have this modeled out yet, but I'll just show you briefly what I mean. We can take this lid, put hinges on the back, and with the, let's make that a group. With the pillow, we can just rotate it up, and then we're looking down into any storage that we have here. Now you might be wondering, what about electric? What about water? Basically, this area here in this rectangle, this is where we'll store our water, in this cabinet here, or in this cabinet here, depending. Let's see how much we can fit. We do have a wheelbase in here. You can see it there, so we'd have to either put water here and here, or we just use this whole front space. And on this side, we should really have no problem putting the electric either here or here. I would love if it fits here, but I think we might be stuck in this space. As far as accessing things more directly from here, we also came up with the idea to be able to rotate this upward, so we can look under here. And same thing on the other side. We can look under the panel and get any access to things we need here. So, yeah, looking pretty cool. We got front storage here that might be electric access and water access, or it might be something a bit more for cooking and things, but I think we might actually be stuck with a system quite similar to this one, where we basically have electric over here and water over here. This one is the fridge. This is an actual fridge that we've already purchased. It fits in this small square on the bottom. That's this one. So this extra space can contain either like an embedded sink here or something, but I want to maybe put the refrigerator on rollers so that we can basically slide it out like this, and sit on it to do the dishes, and then slide it back when we're done. So there are going to be a lot of little custom solutions in here we got to deal with. I'm going to flap these hatches back down. So this is basically the standard layout. More often than not, we'll probably have the table up like that. And this is what we're dealing with. So we're considering this whole area of storage spoken for or slightly unusable. Same here for the most part. I think we can make these flap up also, just for access purposes, but they'll be accessed very rarely. But I'm thinking here, basically I should be able to fit my electronics, my router, my CCTV box, and my electrical setup, meaning the batteries, the converter, the charge controller, and all that. Yeah, then no problem basically. Passing through here, we can remove this piece if we need to. And telescoping electric tabletop that goes down into a bed. And the one I bought, you basically just configure your two settings, your highest and your lowest point, and then it's just a matter of hitting up and down on a controller. So that's quite exciting. So what we're left with is certainly we'll have enough room for storage all through here. And this is what, something like 180 or something. Okay, 160 by about 30. So we got 160 by 30 by 40-ish for storage. That's a good amount of storage on both sides. So blankets, camping gear, fishing gear, extra pillows, all of those things in there, maybe your clothes. And then overhead on both sides, we also have quite a bit of storage with either slide out drawers, most unlikely, or flap up hinges here where we can just either enter each compartment individually, or we can leave the whole thing open, which I'm leaning towards. And that box is, I think, over 2 meters wide. Yep, 2.3 by 40. So again, a nice bit of storage there, and 25 centimeters high. So you can basically store all of your food items down here, and maybe some cooking things in here. The burners will be under here and eventually sliding out this way, and the sink's going to move there. So there's not a ton of storage here. We just got basically this blue area to store some things, and maybe a little bit more for pans and things in here. But this is the primary food storage, and this is the refrigerator. And then here will be just enough underbelly to sit the sink. So storage for food is only here so far. We have some plates and bowls up here, some little pots, pans, cooking, heating devices, and some cups over here, and then an open countertop space. So the rest of the food we'll have to compromise by putting in here, or in the event that we're able to reclaim water space, it'll be in here. But most likely we're gonna have to pull food stuff from here, the dry foods and stuff, and then stock our fridge and the bulk of our things here. So not too bad. I really like what cutting this shape into the walls has done for the space. It's much less cut off than this one. It makes the whole thing feel a little bit more well thought out, unified, and complete, while maintaining a nice open flow space. So pretty happy with the redesign. The one thing I honestly forgot to measure in the truck was the actual interior usable width. So this is a bit of a guess, and I put it at 160, which may or may not be generous. But if it's worst case scenario, I think we're not losing more than 10 centimeters from there. Our original design, I think we had, it looks like even longer. We had 180 plus. So we've managed to fit everything in a narrower space. I took measurements of the roof of the van today, and keep in mind the van roof is not consistent with what you see here. It's not boxed, it's actually flat. So I'm going to make a quick design here. I'm going to bring this to 1.33. And sorry, what I mean is that it's curved. I'll show you here in a second. So from here to here we have 27. I want to center this, so I'm going to move it over half. So instead of 27, it's going to be that in half is, what is that, 13.5? And, oh, where'd that go? Okay, so I'm going to move this over. This little line. I'm just making a truer roof hedge. We're going to do 13.5 centimeters. And then, let's bring it up maybe 10 centimeters or so, and that should be pretty close to true. And then what you have here is basically a curved roof. So it's a bit like that. So again, you got a curved roof. We draw an arc from here to here, about like that. Oops, that one didn't work out. Let's just go ahead and make sure these are exact by copying a little spin here. Sorry that you're along for the ride for this, but this is how designing actually looks. You get that at least. And let's spin it 180 and bring this over. Whoopa. There we go. Group that and bring it over. Thank you. Okay. And let's see if it'll let us actually finish this. Oops. I'm going to explode this little thing that I grouped. And I'm going to draw a new line from here to here. And yes, good. We got a closed roof. So this is more realistically what the roof is like. In fact, it's honestly probably a bit more like that or so. Maybe even more so. So anyway, all this is just to say that though I measured the roof today for solar panels, and it's about 130 uncurved and 133 curved top, not including when it really starts to slant down. So it's quite feasible that this whole thing could be 150, 160 wide from the interior. But the actual roof panel that we have to deal with for solar panel space is only something more like 133. So we have about that much space. This is the design that we like so far. Very accessible bathroom. The view upon entrance is cute. When you walk in, you can see your bathroom. You got very easy access to this will be cooking actually, and easy access over here for cleaning. Fridge is right here. Everything's right there that you need. If you're outside the van, you can actually open the back hatch and pull out these drawers here now. This one and this one. Those, I think we're going to put those on runners like that, but also you'll be able to hinge this open that direction. So lots of access, good amount of storage, good permanent storage. And again, to summarize, what it leaves us with is storage here, 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 and here. Those 4 boxes are our primary storage, not including food. That's what we came up with. Let me know if you have any thoughts or oversights. Did I miss anything? Do you like it? Do you have any better ideas? What do you think about this sliding solution in order to access in and out of the cockpit? What are your thoughts? Thanks for watching.